Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
I assume that means Sam's ready.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to...
I was waiting for the one.
Sorry.
I'm on the 2.
All right, okay. 1.
2.
3.
Oh, there's a delay.
There's a little delay.
That's fine.
You know, that would have been fine, just not saying anything.
Oh, sorry. I thought you might want to... I don't know.
Cheers.
We'll do it again and I won't speak.
Would have been fine if you'd not spoken there.
Sorry. I don't know why I have to say 2. I'm in the same room as you.
Just helpful.
There can't be a delay for me unless I'm just an idiot.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. Not live from UK, because I realise we're not in the same place.
No, we're not in
Coming
the
to
same
you
place.
live from various parts of the UK.
Only 2 different parts of the UK.
2 different parts of the UK.
2 whole, completely different, separate ends of the UK, sort of. Not really.
Yeah.
Well, not
separate
really.
ends
Southeast.
Separate ends of the southeast.
Yeah.
One being in London because he moved around.
Yeah.
Can't keep track of Sam. He's trying to get away from us.
I drift. Actually, I'm getting closer to you, really, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you are.
We tied you down for half an hour. You're a hard man to tie down.
Yeah, you are.
So this is the podcast. Look, it's another one. Even though I said we're going to do it weekly, I decided bi-weekly is much easier to fit in.
It's much cooler.
It's much cooler.
It's more aloof.
You know what isn't cool right now? Me, because I'm bloody boiling. What is going on with the UK weather?
Yeah, it's so hot and stormy.
It's apocalyptic.
Also, I'm sorry. I was here for the thunderstorm on Saturday night. I didn't need to see it 10 more times on Instagram stories when I woke up, with everyone using the same line of, never seen lightning like this in the UK before. Well, you know what? I have, 'cause I saw it last night.
And on Twitter.
And on Twitter. And on Snapchat. And on Instagram.
I slept right through it.
Sam, you need to get Instagram on those Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Well, it is a bit of a apocalyptic time right now.
Apocalyptic.
I was driving home today and I couldn't see where I was going because of how heavy the rain was. And then I was basically driving in a river.
Yep.
And then lightning struck the field next to the road I was on.
And then a few horsemen went past.
Yeah.
You know, casual.
and then locusts. Oh.
Yeah.
Pestilence and famine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
And then the water turned into blood. So yeah, that was good.
No,
what about your day, Sam?
I thought it was meant to turn to wine, not blood.
No, wine is when you're
Jesus.
Jesus.
Wine is good, blood is bad.
Blood is the end of the world.
I think I've got this.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Definitely.
The rains affected me on Sunday. I was up in Birmingham, and then when I was coming back in the evening, it was all fine, right? So we're in Wagamama's eating our food, and it starts to rain a little bit. And we go get our train back about 5 in the evening. We're like, oh, we should get our train. And then we rush to the train station, we get on the train, and then midway through the train journey, it just pisses on us. Like, God's just slashing all over us. Fucking midway through stations, the driver just stops the train and goes, we're flooded in. And we're just sitting there like, okay. And then we pull up to the next station, it's literally flooded in. Like, the roads are just pouring, and we're just like, oh, okay. I never got home, Chris. I actually died then. This is me. I'm a ghost.
Well, at least you're more available.
At least we know there's an afterlife.
Yeah. What's it like?
It's very wet.
The sickly average.
Yeah. It's not much different, except you're now wetter.
Yeah.
That was the shit TV show that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Because I watched that. Now I remember. I don't know if you've seen it, but only briefly. I don't know if Sam has watched it on Netflix.
It's so bad, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. The Good Place.
No.
Have you seen it on Netflix?
No, I haven't. Wait, maybe?
What is that actress called? She played Veronica Mars and she was the voice of Gossip Girl.
Fucking hell, yeah, I see that advertised, yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Don't watch it. Like, you start off and you're like, this seems like an interesting kind of plot.
Concept.
Like, the concept is that she is sent to heaven and then she realises, like, she thinks, oh, I'm not supposed to be here because I was a terrible person, and they got her mixed up with someone else. But it just doesn't work. Because that plot doesn't really stand up over 2 seasons and multiple episodes, because there's not really enough that can happen.
Yeah.
And it just ended up getting really ridiculous and shit. But like, how disappointed would you be if you died, you went to heaven, and they're just like, here's your house, live your life.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. They just give her a house and they're like, get on with it.
Yeah. So just carry on.
I would be really unimpressed.
It's the same shit, just, you know, upstairs.
Forever.
Yeah, just upstairs.
It's just forever. Just mad.
And for some reason, to get to hell, you had to take a train.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean,
Makes complete sense.
Oh, yeah.
and steam engine, so it wasn't even modern.
No.
You know, heaven is behind the times. Probably don't even have Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well,
That's hell to me.
They didn't have phones. I was like, I'm sorry, I want to check Instagram. You know, I'm gonna be here forever, literally for eternity. Can't even check Instagram. Nobody even seemed to have a laptop.
Are you sure she wasn't in hell?
That was the premise of the show. She
Oh
actually
my God.
was in hell.
Holy shit!
I know.
Imagine that.
I know. No spoilers, but you know.
I caught like an episode of this every other day because Laura was watching it when I was working late.
Yeah.
And each time I walked in, the plot seemed to be getting thinner and thinner.
I was waiting for it to get good, and it just kept getting worse.
See, that's another thing we did. We watched a film the other day, and nothing happened. There was no story, Sam. It was a Jennifer Aniston film from 1990 something.
Yeah.
And it was Friends with Money or something.
Was she a love interest? Was
No,
she?
no.
No,
Oh.
she was
a
a pothead.
Yeah, she was a pothead who was a maid who also stole from the houses that she worked in, and all her friends had loads of money.
And when she went in the drawer and then took out the vibrator and used it when she was supposed to be working,
that was strange.
well, like, what was this film? It was like a spoof of a bad 90s movie.
And I thought the whole point of the film was going to be that, you don't need money to be happy because all the people with the money were unhappy. But then at the end of the film, they were all happy, and then Jennifer Aniston married a man who had loads of money.
Yeah.
So the moral is to have lots of money.
Yeah.
I have never watched a film where afterwards I've been like, I want that hour and a half back. But literally at the end of the film, I was like, no, I want my life back. Why?
See, I've never walked out of a film at the cinema.
No, I don't think I ever could really. I've never seen anything shit that I could just walk out. I've never seen anything ever that's that shit that I could just walk out.
Well, even if it was shit, I don't feel like I would still walk out.
I'd give it a chance.
Yeah, give it the hour and a half.
Yeah.
You've got to say you finished it so you can moan about it.
Exactly. If you go, because there's people that walk out and go, "Oh my god, the film was so crap, I don't even get it," and they're like, what about this bit at the end? Like, oh, I walked out halfway through.
Yeah.
Like, well.
The only film I haven't watched the whole of is Mean Girls 2.
Because you watched the first 5 minutes.
I watched the first 5 minutes. It wasn't like I got halfway through and was like, nah. I watched the first 5 minutes. I was like, I literally cannot do this to myself.
And you were drunk.
I was drunk. Even drunk, I could tell it was bad. That's saying something.
Yeah. So, apart from watching crap TV,
yeah,
have we really done much?
I'm going to tell you about the posters in the therapy office because they're hilarious. Have I told you about these?
No.
So I go to therapy for CBT for anxiety, but the place I go, the NHS just send you to whatever place they can dig up around. But the place I go specialises in relationship and couples therapy. And they have all these posters. So you're sat there in the waiting room. Opposite you is a poster that says, "Are you embarrassed about your sex life? We can help." Yeah. And then there's another one that says, "Are you drifting apart? We can fix it." And then there's a picture of these old people arguing that says, "We can't talk without arguing. Let's help you." And I literally sit there every single week. What would they... I can't even imagine sitting there in therapy and being like, my sex life is embarrassing. Yeah. I need you to sort it out. It's just mad.
So, Dave, why do you think your sex life is bad? And
Dave is like, well, maybe it's because I'm not having sex with anyone.
Well, I got my willy, but I don't know where to put it.
How do we feel about Viagra? Because that's a big thing right now, where now they're selling it in Boots, just not even...
Oh, hang on, I thought Dave was asking about Viagra. We were asking us about Viagra.
No, I'm just curious. Have you seen?
Podcast topics this week.
It's a big thing.
Oh, yeah. There's this very quaint little village kind of town near where my parents live in the deep Kent countryside. As you're crossing the road towards the Boots, there's a massive, massive sign that says Viagra. Just this quaint countryside town. It's the
size of the window.
It's the whole window.
It's old, nice flowery town full of old people. Just a really loud sign. Just go Viagra.
This is a town that has a steam engine railway and running railway line with steam trains, and they have a huge Viagra.
It's the type of place that enters the most beautiful town in Kent with their plants. Yeah. And then they have this massive Viagra sign.
Well, isn't Viagra appealing to old people or old men at least? It's a bit of an old man thing, so I guess that works. Yeah.
I just can't imagine them walking in and going, I've seen your sign outside for Viagra.
Yeah.
No, Doris, I think I should get some of that Viagra.
Have you seen it in the boots? Just opposite Cafe Nero.
It's because they've someone decided that they can now sell it and not over the counter, just sell it as like a normal drug. So everywhere's promoting that you can now buy it without asking a pharmacist.
Mad. So you can go in there, pick up your newspaper, your Viagra, whatever else you want.
Yeah.
Great.
So, even Sainsbury's are selling it.
It's just completely insane.
Yeah. Even Sainsbury's, Sam.
Didn't even know.
Yeah.
So now you might have to.
You might have to
sell some.
You might have to unpack it. Maybe Christopher Eccleston will come in next week. Yeah.
Do you have to ID to sell Viagra, or can anyone just buy it?
I was just thinking.
No.
I'm surprised you haven't been told.
Should I like really loudly be like, "Oh, in for a fun night, are we?"
Well, it's like judging what people are buying when they come through the till. I used to do it. Some like these teenagers came through and they're like smirking, and they were buying an SD card, a box of condoms, some lube, and a cock ring.
So they're gonna film each other jacking off, or?
Yeah, there's no girls there. It's just all a load of guys. Just like...
Yeah, but sometimes you think that's those like dare things where they're like dared to go buy specific items or like challenge.
Oh, how funny! How scary!
There's not a lot to do, these days.
No,
you
exactly.
have to buy Viagra and
listen to podcasts.
Yeah,
not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Don't be using. If you're using your Viagra right now,
you're using it. I hope not.
Point that away.
Please, I don't want me to be tainted. Like, all I can think of, if you are using it, don't let me know. Basically, just keep that knowledge to yourself that you're using Viagra while listening to me in your ears. I don't need that sort of image.
Great, thanks.
I'm a very visual person.
I know.
And I don't need people telling me what they're doing because I just imagine it instantly.
That's useful knowledge.
Other thing that happened to me, I just remembered. I was at the gym the other day. I know, mad. Laura
at gym?
I know.
Yes.
Sometimes I go.
They're these magical places.
Laura has a woman she pays to put herself through pain.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They're called personal trainers.
Yeah.
And I think she's actually a personal...
torturer? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the T actually stands for.
I never knew. So she always just says PT.
Yeah.
You get ready for some PT, personal torture.
Yeah. And then she's on the rack and she's like, this is interesting. It's really work well for your core.
Yeah, squat rack, yeah.
But I was there and I was waiting for Laura to have her session. So after a bit of a run, I went on a cycle machine. And they have the TVs up with no sound on. And on one of them was one of those sort of question time type shows that are on Sunday afternoons.
Yeah.
And it's always like the crowd they get in always sort of and mix and mainly like different demographics, and they always ask sort of the hard hitting questions like, do we like the train times as they are type things.
Hard hitting.
So, yeah.
# political.
Exactly. And to this week's topic, one of them I caught at the end was about robots. Are they good or are they bad? Will they help us or will they bring about our doom?
That's a very broad fucking definition. Robots.
Yeah. Pretty much. Robots. So, how about them, eh? And so there was one guy, he had a robot, which it wasn't, it was a go-kart. And he was like, anyone can use this, even old people. And I was like, okay, fine.
It just gets up and like hits him over the head with a hammer.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, look, this. It goes forward and backwards. Also, and he was going, oh, if you're disabled and you can't walk, you can use this. And I was like, mate, that's a go-kart. What are you going to sit on it?
That's not a robot.
I don't get it.
No, that's what I was like. And then an old man piped up and, robots are going to bring about the end of humanity. We must stop the sex robots. And I was like, what? Where did that come from? He was talking about like a go-kart, and then this old man just starts talking about the sex robots. They're disgusting. They're in our homes. We must stop them.
Oh, he does. He totally does.
Yeah. You can buy Viagra now and get the sex robots to give it to you. What next?
Breaking my pelvis.
And then I'm disabled because the sex robot and the Viagra. They broke my hip and my pelvis. So now I've got a go-kart.
Nightmare future of sex robot go-karts.
Yeah, pretty much. And then some other one was like, no, they're great. They help old people. And I was like, I really hope you're not talking about the sex robots.
Yeah. And help them out in all sorts of ways.
Yeah. She was literally like, old people, they get lonely. They need...
No.
They need a helping hand.
They need companionship.
Yeah, they need companionship.
In the bedroom.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
God.
Because I kept missing the middle point of these two sentences, so it just looked like this guy was moaning about mobility robots, then someone's talking about sex robots, then someone's saying, people need companionship from robots. So that's what I learnt today, is that the public are very split between whether robots should be used for good or sex.
For good or good?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd go for a sex robot personally, but...
That's until you see some of those go-kart pleasure muzzles.
Go-kart... Yeah, the new RX 589 Gigolo is quite a machine.
Oh, yeah.
It now vibrates at 500 RPM.
Listen, don't knock it till you try those rubber tyres.
Oh, my God.
It's a new type of rubber. A bit of latex tyre.
Jesus Chris. Chris, what have you done? What is this, Chris?
I don't know. This has
got dodgy fast.
Yeah, and
your choice of topics this week is...
It's just what came to mind. That's what was going on at the gym. And then on the other screen was songs of praise, so That was a good...
Well, they need to balance out their kind of demographics.
Exactly, they're appealing to all audiences.
Yeah.
Whether you're Christian or alone.
Okay, great.
Christian or alone.
That's
or not.
Yes. So that was my Sunday. Whilst you were PTing, being tortured.
Yeah.
And
I was watching some... I was, getting some other type of torture. Watching an old man complain about sex robots. And what you was doing, Sam, did you say?
I was getting flooded in Birmingham. Well, I went to a museum in Birmingham.
Why were you in Birmingham?
I was there to kill people. No, I was there to go to a museum. I went to see the Staffordshire Hoard, full of Anglo-Saxon booty, full of gold and swords and gold and swords. And it was good. Yeah. We saw some Egyptian shit. We were debating. Well, me and Sarah saw a mummy, and we thought it was a real person. And it could have been. They didn't tell us.
Right.
There was a mummified alligator right below them. So.
Oh.
Do they keep the dead people inside the?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When they're in the museum, they do.
In the Maidstone Museum, they've got a mummy, and it's just there. It's like they de-wrapped it, and it's just like, what's up?
Oh right, well, this one was wrapped up.
Yeah, it's de-wrapped.
Me
and your brother went and saw it.
It's not very nice, is it?
No, I thought it was weird.
This is just like, it's a dead person.
It's literally just a dead person, and they put them in like...
And then you look at it like, how interesting. Look, Doris, a dead person. Oh, yes, dear.
Well, imagine, in the future, they'll be displaying Doris in a museum.
Oh, my God.
Life.
At least he can still go visit her.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Evan, here's Doris. Doris, unlike the Egyptians, we don't mummify anymore, so here's just a skeleton and a corpse.
We keep her alive.
She's just in this box.
Also, buy Viagra.
But no, I was looking at potential mummies. I was looking at Staffordshire Hoards. I was looking at the skulls, children with dippy dinosaurs running around, expensive, overpriced shit in the gift shop.
Oh, that's the reason to go, really.
We also went in for the exit, so we sort of did it backwards. It was good fun.
They didn't pay.
You went in the exit.
Yeah, well, it's a free museum.
Oh, it's a free. Sorry.
It's a freesium. So
they make you pay for everything in Kent.
Well, only the London ones are actually all free.
Yeah.
Birmingham seems trying to be cool and hip like London.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to be.
That's why they got Eurogame up there.
Oh yeah.
Is it in Birmingham? Yeah, it's in Birmingham. Hey, I can come stay with you next time Eurogame is
coming. Oh, can you? That's presumptuous of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Invite yourself down on record.
Yeah, I mean, I got it here now. What's the time?
It's
18:23.
18:23 on the 29th of the 5th, 2018. Sam said, I'm going to stay here.
Now we're revealing when we're recording it.
Yeah, but
breaks the illusion.
Sorry, this is actually being recorded.
So meta. Wait.
It's live blasted towards your eye sockets and eardrums.
I know what happened since we last podcast. Ginger people got a nice little positive day.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, ginger people. Turns out They're letting them get married now.
Yeah.
Mad.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was like after before the first podcast. I'm pretty sure.
No,
because it was last
we
weekend.
recorded the podcast, and then that weekend they got married.
Trust me, I was watching the whole thing.
Yeah, I watched it as well. I didn't mean to. I just kind of fell onto the TV, and there I was looking at it.
I streamed.
Yeah, Chris was in the other room. I
was streaming.
I was crying on the sofa on my own. It was great.
Yeah.
Crying.
I'm just so happy that ginger people are allowed to get married now.
That's all that happened. It was just ginger people allowed to get married.
Yeah,
and to an attractive person.
Yeah, I know. Unreal.
Madness.
Who knew? It's
the world we live in.
Yeah.
You can now not only buy Viagra over the counter, but you can also get married as a ginger to attractive people.
Yeah.
Personally, I voted against gingers being married, but
yeah.
I
think we'll have a referendum in a few years. So.
Yeah. Can they stay or do they have to get out?
Yeah.
When Brexit comes through, it's going to be a tricky day. Send all the gingers away.
Yeah, well, really, now that the summers are getting so hot, they're going to have to review whether this is the best place to keep you.
It's actually within my interest to fight climate change.
You might get sent to Finland. Here it's pretty dark there.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, what's it?
Yeah.
100 and
That's why all
days?
the gingers are in England, because it's pretty grey, rainy, but, global warming, we're going to have to relocate you.
Exactly. Scotland would just fill up.
Yeah, madness.
There's a type of thing as, environmental migrants or environmental... The type of word where I am terrible at thinking of words.
I love that you're looking at me like I'm going to somehow just know. Take my brain power and make it into a word.
Please, you know what word I mean.
I don't. I have literally no idea.
Whatever. The word where you leave a country because... refugee.
Environmental refugee.
That's it. That's the word.
Boom.
Yeah, that's the thing. That'll be gingers. There, I got it in the end.
The whole time,
you're going to be an
environmental...
You bastard.
An environmental refugee.
Yeah, as gingers. They were actually talking on the radio. They asked people to call in if they'd got with a ginger over the weekend.
Oh, what, because of the royal wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have phoned up. I should be like, you'd been asking me to marry him for about 5 years, finally said yes. I mean, it's a complete blatant lie, but whatever.
Yeah.
It would have been
I said yes
because
I saw it on the TV.
Yeah.
Because, if Meghan Markle can marry a ginger, so can I.
Exactly.
I mean, we are looking at wedding venues this weekend, so maybe I was subconsciously influenced by it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they were getting people to call in and say, did you get with a ginger on the weekend? And then people did call in and said, I did, and I've never done that before, so it must be that. It must be the reason of the wedding.
No, I think it's just because the gingers have got more confident now.
It's true.
They're out in the wild.
I've been called Prince Harry before.
Yeah, and now you'd be like, cheers, my wife's fit.
Yeah.
I mean, she is.
All these years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole reason you started watching Suits.
Yeah, because I had to make sure that she was all right for the prince.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're his, advisor.
Doing your duty for the country.
Yeah.
Queen of country.
Is this Rachel Zane good enough?
Yeah. The Queen threw some shade at her there.
Did she?
You told me this.
Oh, yeah, in the, where she gave them permission to marry, it was she gave permission to her, darling, dearest, beloved grandson.
Oh, yeah.
And Meghan.
Yeah. and this floozy Meghan.
Floozy. But, when she did the one for Kate Middleton and Prince William, I think she said, their dearest Catherine or something.
Dearest
Catherine. But Meghan just got, and Miss Meghan Markle.
Oh, Harry, I do wish you wouldn't marry such an American. She's such a floozy. I've seen her on that suit. She gets with all the men. She's got her tits out constantly.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. But the Queen doesn't watch Suits.
No, she watches The Crown. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
She watches
over and over again.
Just watches repeats of herself.
And she just watches it shouting at the TV. That never happened.
and then she watches her Christmas speeches over and over. Just watching them.
That was a good year. Wasn't it a good year, Philip?
Oh, yes, good year. I imagine Philip said something a bit probably inappropriate to Harry at the wedding.
Probably.
Just I bet you can't wait to get her home, eh?
Oh, you know your bride to be. She's a fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch. I can't believe that she left Suits to marry you, you son of a bitch. I really enjoyed that show.
Maybe he did. Maybe that's why she threw shade at her.
Yeah.
She's a massive Suits fan, and she was really disappointed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And the child was just I've seen her on that Suit. Enjoyed watching her banging all those men. And you've taken it away from me, Harry.
All I knew her from was she was randomly in a cameo role in that film Horrible Bosses for like 2 seconds.
Ah.
But they like really
I
she
haven't
was
seen
like
that film.
she was like a FedEx driver or something, but she literally was in it for 2 seconds, and they focus on her like she's going to be in the film, and then she's not in the rest of the film, and it's
See,
really odd.
Almost as disappointing as the New Girl Brooklyn Nine-Nine crossover.
Yeah.
Such a letdown. I thought she was going to be in the whole episode.
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel. Although it was she... Oh, yeah, Sam doesn't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, he
I
doesn't.
don't watch any of this. No.
No. But her first line is, it's a crossover, so that
Yeah.
was good. But apart from that, it was a massive letdown.
Yeah.
So TV's been letting me down this week.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really watched much TV except for with you.
Okay, great. See, next week we can talk about Love Island, because I'm sure you're both huge fans.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll have to get Jake on to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
In fact, next week, Love Island special, just me and Jake, we're going to chat about it.
Yeah. So Laura was playing to me last night the YouTube video which showed like all the Love Island people who
Yeah.
were, that, you know,
The
like,
singles that
they
are
were-
going to go into the villa.
Yeah, them introducing themselves.
Yeah.
They had great lines, Sam. Like classics like
Oh,
Yeah.
the one who said she was lazy in bed.
yeah, said what you
Right.
like in bed. In bed, I'm
3 words to
three
describe yourself
three
in
words
bed.
to describe myself. Lazy, like loud, and all over the place.
Disappointing.
Well, one guy said, "Oh, I'm a bit hit and miss, really."
I love that guy. How are you in bed? Bit hit and miss.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm alright, sometimes I'm a bit of a, you know, not really there.
I just, like, this is them trying to impress everyone.
Yeah.
And then all she can come up with, the first thing she said
Mm.
is, I'm lazy.
Yeah.
She didn't even open with that she was loud. She opened with, I'm lazy.
Yeah. That's the first
So-
when you think of what am I like in bed, lazy.
Yeah.
Also, this was the
I-
steward.
she might
This
as
was
well-
this
yeah,
was the woman who's the
she's
air
a-
stewardess.
yeah.
And she's a proud member of the My High Club.
Yeah. And really irritatingly, her name is Laura.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There was
What,
also they've tried to like tone it up a bit by giving some like fairly educated people in the show this year.
Oh, because one of them's a doctor.
One of them's a doctor, one of them's a nuclear physician or something.
Is he?
He works like a nuclear plant.
Oh,
nuclear
I
power
didn't
plant
see
or
that.
something. And one of them's a
What is he,
student.
Homer
from-
Simpson?
Yeah, it actually is Homer Simpson. Yeah, he's like
One of them's a student.
one of them's a student from like Coventry or something.
Yeah.
Wonderful place.
And one yes, and one of the some of the girls are also like actually employed, unlike the other ones.
Yeah, I think last year they were like all models. No, because last year they had Camilla, and she's a like bomb disposal specialist.
Yeah, but she learned that because of her that wasn't her actual job though, was it?
It is her job.
It wasn't before, was it?
No, it is.
Oh, well, whatever. They mentioned they wanted to make, this year they didn't want to have just models and people who have like
Yeah, already famous.
Yeah.
They're just like
they went unknown.
bog standard people.
Yeah.
Except they're not bog standard because they've all got like abs, amazing tans, and perfect
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah,
If they
they're
weren't
not
bog
just
standard.
like retail
Yeah.
workers or anything.
No, it's
Me
not.
and Sam should go on
It's
it.
not like slightly overweight 40-year-olds. Like
Yeah. I think they should. Me and Sam go
Yeah.
on it, and then
I said this to you.
and then
You just apply
Yeah.
and then pretend that you're not together, and then get together, and then be like the best couple ever, and then you win the money and you keep
exactly.
I think they probably find out.
it. Nah.
Nah, they'll never notice.
Ah.
all this.
Never know.
Nah.
Nah.
And then
Nah.
no, me and Sam be great.
What, you and Sam are going to go on it and become a couple?
no, not become a couple.
Jesus.
No, become a couple.
No, we'll help each other to win, and then we'll split the money.
Yeah.
How would? Yeah, but you have to split the money with the girl.
Yeah, but then we
Actually, you don't. When they give you the envelope, they say, "Do you want to share the money?" And you can go, "No."
Well, you could just kill the girl and then.
Yeah.
No. See,
That's-
now
that's
that's
a-
a little extreme.
That's a whole different show.
That's a different show. That's kind of Love Island meets The Hunger Games. I would watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
I would watch
Battle
that.
Royale, Love Island.
Yeah. No, Hunger Games, Love Island.
I think
Makes way more sense.
Fortnite needs a Love Island skin pack.
Yeah.
So that you're just like hunky
Battle
men.
Royale. So
Everybody's
it's-
running
it's-
around in bikinis, killing each other.
Yeah, well, it's Love Island, but just sort of you have to scrounge for weapons. The last couple of wins.
That should be the last day.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to take you skydiving. Also, there's going to be loads of guns on the floor. So
Yeah, we're gonna take skydiving, and the first person to get to the plane wins. And the rest of you bye.
yeah, there's only one parachute.
Fight.
Yeah. And no, me and Sam would be great. I'll sit in the shade constantly. I'll be like...
You would burn within the first second.
I'll just be constantly in clothes, so they'll
You'd
never
be
know that.
sitting in the shade, throwing some shade.
Yeah.
One of the guys this year doesn't have abs. Hashtag controversial.
What the fuck? What human doesn't have abs?
I know.
This is...
Can you believe it? I was watching
Laura.
this, like, I'm sorry, I thought everyone had abs.
No, we're just not going to watch it, though. It sounds so unrealistic.
I'm just, like, so not on board with this. Can't even deal with
I want to see the
looking at
year
something
when...
about abs.
I'm waiting for the year when a sex robot wins.
You know, in a couple of 100 years, that's probably going to happen.
Love
Yeah.
Island Robot Edition. I like
So give
humans.
them love.
Exterminate.
Or they see if they can tell the difference between a Love Island robot and a Love Island human.
See, that'd be really cool. That'd be a
Yeah.
good show.
They
Yeah.
send them on dates with a
Oh.
robot and then with a human and then see if they can guess which is which. And they just say, like, predictable things.
Yeah.
I
Like,
thought she was
amazing
a
thing.
human, but like then she started like fizzing and her circuit started. I thought, oh, there's maybe something wrong here.
We went for a swim and
It's
there was
like-
just like all this spark.
It's like that, like, thing that was going around the internet with Mark Zuckerberg drinking the water.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's never tasted water before. And then there was like a tweet I saw that was like, drink water. Humans like water.
Yeah.
And he just drinks this water and then stares at the glass like, huh, that's what water tastes like. I've been wondering for years.
Did you see any of that? That like,
trial.
that trial. Did you saw where like the centres are so ill-informed about what Facebook is? It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's like-
it was such a shit show because they didn't know what Facebook was, and he didn't
Yeah.
act like a human, so it was a very strange.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually him. I think he sent a robot. He's created
Yeah.
one because he can't be bothered to do anything anymore.
Also, he looks really tired. Like,
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he did like 10 years ago.
Needs to recharge.
No one does,
Yeah.
Chris.
No, but I do.
He needs to
I
recharge.
don't.
You know what? He should go on Love Island.
Yeah. Oh, Love Island Billionaire Edition. It's him. There's
You know, I have to say, they are missing out on
Exactly.
some
We have-
classic ideas for this.
We-
They should have upped the game this year.
us three keep coming out with these amazing film
Yeah,
and
I know.
TV show ideas.
Somebody needs to hire us.
Yeah, exactly. Just here to spitball, and
Yeah.
then we can come up with all these ideas.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
You
we're
get-
the only human beings in existence that could do this.
Exactly.
We are.
Everyone else is, they're lazy. They're like,
Well, the
They're
people who
doing
are coming
this.
up with Love Island.
Yeah, we're
are
thinking.
lazy.
exactly. They just let's put attractive people on TV once a year in a villa in Spain. Done.
Yeah, done.
Well, we'll be like putting Bill Gates.
Yeah, they're thinking
Put in-
small.
Yeah, you need Bill Gates.
You need the Mark Zuckerberg
Mark
robot.
Zuckerberg. You need who else is billionaire?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah, put him in there. And
And then you
with
need
Grimes.
to find some millionaire women.
who's the I don't know any millionaire women. Oh, the people of Dragon's Den. To put all them in there.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, they're
Great.
all millionaires.
Mix them all up together.
Exactly. And then see what happens.
Great.
Throw Hillary Clinton into there as well, just for fun.
She's not doing much at the moment. Might as well.
Nah.
Yeah, she's not busy.
She's unemployed.
Well, awkward.
Yeah. But why? Or Love Island World Leaders Edition.
What,
I'm sure
Theresa
they-
May
I
and
won't
Donald
be-
Trump?
Theresa May, Donald Trump, Kim Jong Un. It'd be great. But what's the French guy called now? He's
I
changed.
can't remember.
Macron.
That's it,
And
Macron.
there's that hot guy everyone likes.
Well,
Who's
the Canadian.
The Canadian guy everyone thinks he's hot.
The Canadian Prime Minister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's attractive.
Yeah.
Apparently, I bet he's got.
Yeah, but then everyone would just be fighting over him, even Donald Trump.
I want to see Theresa May and Donald Trump fighting over the Canadian Prime Minister. That is a world I want to live in.
Great.
What a time to be alive.
I mean, they're not doing a lot, any of them, so might as well.
Well, if they can't get them, they'll just make robots of them.
Exactly.
Robot.
Robot Theresa May. Maybe it would do a better job.
Political.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. I Love Island is along the lines of those I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Big Brother, all that shit.
I don't watch any of that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I am going to be watching it, so I'm afraid I'm not available for any evening
Is
for the
it-
rest of the summer.
It's literally costing us £12.
Yeah,
for
we
a
have to
month.
get our TV license just so we can watch it.
Do you actually pay for a TV license?
No, we don't yet, but we are because it's Love Island style.
Well, you shouldn't.
Okay, on that note.
On that note, I think Sam advises us to break the law.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
if
I
I-
totally pay for a TV license. Yeah.
Well, do you use the TV, Sam?
No, I use the TV, but they're like their sort of basis of what a TV being used as is really weird. It's like, oh, if it exists in your home and your eyeballs are like looking at it for more than 2 seconds, you owe us money for a TV license.
See, now it's annoying TV license because you're only supposed to it's only to pay for the BBC, and if you watch BBC iPlayer, But if you don't touch them, you watch like just ITV, you still have to pay for license.
Or if you find the BBC morally abhorrent, then you don't, and you want to boycott them, they can still try and sue you. But
yeah. You know why? Communism. That's why.
Yeah. Must be that.
Yeah. When in doubt, blame communism. It's all Kim Jong Un.
It is.
Him and Vietnam. Who else is communist?
Kim Jong Un and Vietnam are the reason we have to pay for.
Is Cuba still communist? I forget.
I don't think so.
I don't even know where Love Island takes place.
Spain. Love Island is its own communist state.
Yeah.
It is. It's like a really nice. It's like a really nice town in the middle of like a horrible fucking dictatorship. You will find love, or you will go to the camp.
Love or else, or work camp.
Oh, wow.
Actually, maybe Love Island is a work camp. Who knows?
Love Island or Work Island.
That's why.
You vote now. Who do you want to send to the work camps? God, it's like.
And at the end of each episode, you just kind of get to see them working away.
Yeah. Like at the end of The Apprentice, where they get in like a taxi and they go off and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe I got sacked." It'll be like that. It'll be like a really dumb, like hot man going, I guess I'm gonna work now."
It's like standing in a yard breaking rocks with a pickaxe and someone's whipping him, just like, "Work faster, Chad, work faster." He's like, "Oh, well, I really liked him. I guess it just didn't work out then." "Work faster, stop talking."
I thought the lady robot was onto me, but no, it's just not right. Work faster, Chad. No sex robot for you anymore.
You blew your one chance for love.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
That'll do.
Podcast done.
Check.
Done.
That stuff. Yeah.
That's it, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, I won't actually be here next week because I'm going to be in the Love Island villa. Didn't tell you, Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got.
Well, that's funny. I didn't tell you either because I'm actually going to be like in the work camp Love Island.
Oh my god.
Whipping people.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Well, so every 2 weeks this podcast is going up. So.
Yep.
It needs to be more than 2 weeks. It needs to be every 5 days. No, once a day, every 5 days. You take a break.
Oh my god. I mean, you feel free to do that.
You're not available that much, Sam.
I know.
I'm not available. Then.
You're not even available to your own stream.
I know. That wasn't my fault. You.
What did I do?
I was trying to sort that out and you were gone, Chris. You abandoned me in my time of need.
I know.
Shocking.
Well, you can stream next week. And Laura streams and she does really well with her Sim stream.
Done my first ever stream.
Whoop.
It was lit.
Yeah. So every Sunday, Laura's streaming Sims.
Yeah.
Sam's still doing his Crusader Kings 2, which hasn't progressed since the last podcast.
Might be doing, maybe more. Might be doing Crash Bandicoot when it comes out.
Ooh.
Coming out on Steam.
Ah, is it? Didn't know that.
It is.
Oh, I made a thumbnail so long ago when you were going to play it on the PlayStation.
Exactly.
I've still got that saved.
Great.
And also, I'm going to do RimWorld.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
I'm going to stream RimWorld.
Why?
Because I will. And over on Punchbowl Gaming, I'm doing Hearts of Iron.
Great.
Well,
that's so cool.
Gaming, what's that?
It's our channel we've got together, Sam, man.
It's been reborn.
Okay, just before I go, I need to mention you that I heard somebody at work talking to a customer today, and they were trying to get their name, and it turned out they changed their name to Sandman.
That's amazing.
Sam's Man.
No, Sandman.
This is Sam's Man.
As in Spider-Man, Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went, so your name's now Sandman. He went, yes.
Was it like first name Sand, second name Man?
No, I think it was like John Sandman.
Oh, okay. Not like crap bag. I thought, I was going to say, because that's not so cool if it's just his last name.
No.
I thought you meant literally he'd called him.
First name Sand, last name Man.
I'm sorry, what?
Mr.
Yes,
Man.
Sandman. Mr. Man. Oh, that'd be great if his surname was just Man.
That's what
Mr.
Action
Man.
Man's real name is, like Alex Mann, so his name's Mr. Man.
He's actually not like an action man.
No.
He's just called Action Man, and they keep dressing him up. He's actually a Love Island contestant who won because he's that ripped, and now he like sells military clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tanks.
Yeah, and tanks.
Awesome.
Anyway,
okay.
Thanks for listening, guys. As always, watch our streams weekly, daily. Laura's channel,
Yep.
our channel, mine
I'm
and Sam's channel.
Vlogging again.
Laura's
I don't have a
vlogging
channel.
on Whimsical Nothings. Sam, you're on Punchbowl Gaming, you know it.
I don't have a channel, Chris, on my own, Chris. Come on, Chris.
No, it's a joint channel with Chris, but you
You
need
can have one of your own if you want.
You can have your own, but I can set you up on one if you want to.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right.
You set me up with a good deal.
Oh yeah, I'll go and talk to people at Boots, get a good deal on Viagra, and then we'll set you up on the channel.
Okay,
Alright.
great.
Cool.
So Sam's gonna be doing the sex robots.
Yep.
Okay.
We're also this podcast is brought to you by Viagra and sex robots.
Yeah.
Get
now
the T50
available at your local Boots.
Get the T50 now. It's even better and
Bigger.
bigger, better.
Bigger, better,
better.
more value.
Yeah, better value in your pocket.
Much size, many big.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, listen. We'll see you in 2 weeks for another podcast.
Or you will hear us in 2 weeks.
Yes, in 2 weeks.
You will hear us in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.
We will be in your ears.
Goodbye.